and now it looks like it's gonna go normal. So, let's see. Okay. Good morning, good morning. It's Sunday. We love Sundays. I'm getting ready for church. How's y'all's morning going? Trying to think. Silver or gold jewelry? Or I could technically go neither. I'm not wearing this necklace. My friend made this for me, and it's cute. It just does not match the outfit. It's gotta have like a certain outfit for that crap. I'm not feeling that one either. I don't want to bring too much to the away from the outfit. Not feeling that one either. How about this? No, that's a completely different color than the rest of everything else. You feeling seashells? I feel like the vibe doesn't give seashells. Definitely does not give this one. It does not give that one. Is that pulling too much into the neutrals? I feel like it might be. But I feel like pulling into the neutrals is not a bad idea. What up, what up? Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, whatever time it is for you. It's still technically morning here for a little bit, so good morning. How's your Sunday going? Good morning, how's your Sunday going? Hi, hi. Oh my gosh, this necklace does not want to go on. What are we thinking about this one? Actually, oh my gosh, somebody at work is putting up all their shifts and it is driving me insane. Even though the shift that I tried to pick up for them has not been approved. Sunday fun day, correct. What are we thinking? That necklace? I can't really see much from here. Hi, hi. We're gonna go look in the bathroom mirror. I can't tell. Do we like that necklace? Actually, is the necklace a yes or a no? What do y'all think? I'm kind of thinking a yes. I think we can go with it. I think we're gonna go with it. Good morning, good morning. My hair is a mess. Ignore that. I haven't done it yet. I have not gotten to that part of getting ready. Ooh, or we actually have this necklace, which would tie in silver, but then that's purple. Purple's not going with it today. Good morning, good morning. Let me know how your Sunday's going. Sunday is awesome. Sunday's my favorite. How's y'all's going? Look at that necklace. This earring does not match this necklace. That adds two. Should we go tiny hoops? I'm kind of feeling big hoops. Let's see. But if I go big hoops, then I gotta wear silver jewelry. What are we thinking? Big hoops? Yeah, big hoops. Take off the ones I wear to work. These are kind of rusty. Giant ones are broken. I'm gonna go for the medium size. And I didn't think about starting the live while I was doing my makeup. I should have. I feel like that would have been better, but I feel like though I feel like I'm complicating this too much. I feel like, should I go down a size on the hoops? Yeah. These hoops are not it today. Or should I do gold jewelry? But I feel like gold would tie in with the necklace better. If I do gold, then I can do my gold and black purse. I'm gonna do gold. And go with these ones. And go with these ones. No, I did those last day. Should I just go with some stud ones? I'm gonna give them the hoops. I'm gonna do hoops. I can't make up my mind for crap this morning. These past 2 days at work were kind of weird. Kind of weird for real. I like that better. Okay. Now rings. So basically at work, I almost had to get a save, which would have been absolutely insane, but I didn't have to because one of the other people in my section got it. So he gets a little rubber ducky for it, but put that ring on that finger. So what had happened was this little boy who, whenever I was on the shallow slides at the bottom, he had come off the slides and had struggled a little bit in the shallow area. So when I saw him come off of the deep end slide, he came off head first. They're not supposed to do that in general, but he came off head first. And for a split second, like, we watch them when they first come off to make sure they are gonna be able to like find their balance and continue. And so for a second it looked like, okay, he's good. And the person who's supposed to be watching him, like on that part of the deep end, looked like he was paying attention. So I was like, okay, I don't gotta watch it. Like, I'm gonna go back to watching my area like I'm supposed to. So I do. Next thing I know, that little boy apparently made it halfway across the pool. So he was in the 7 feet, and then the person on the shallow part of the deep end pool jumped in to get him. And I thought I was gonna get written up for that because my boss was there. Like, my for real boss was there, and he was not in a good mood yesterday morning. So I thought I was gonna get written up yesterday for that. Because it was like, he was partly in my section to start with, but he wasn't by the end of it. when he actually started struggling, so it wasn't technically supposed to be my safe, but we still got in trouble for it. Whatever. But okay. Y'all, for my hair, should I curl it or straighten it? Should I curl my hair or straighten my hair? I'll show y'all the fit, which hopefully can help y'all choose whether or not I should curl it or straighten it. But I gotta go into my parents' room for the tall mirror. But like, this is the fit. We got a strapless dress with a jean jacket, black heels, this necklace, those earrings, those 2 rings on that hand, that ring on that hand. So should we curl my hair or straighten it? Because it's not gonna stay natural. Because my natural is half and half. And it's not staying that. Because I could either curl it or straighten it with it. But I don't know. Kind of thinking straighten. I think we're gonna straighten my hair. Yeah. We're gonna straighten it. Which means I plugged in my curling iron for nothing. Oh. But good morning. Oh, I flipped the camera. My bad. That was on accident. Good morning. I'm getting ready for church. The last little bit I have left to get ready. I'm straightening my hair instead of curling it, so now I'm gonna let that cool off. Look at this. I'm not about to curl or straighten my hair with my jacket on. This jacket's annoying. I'm not doing my hair with it on. But I am gonna wear the jacket to church. But, yeah, this is the dress. It was the one I bought when I went to Target. Oh, and the way that back just was sitting. There we go. But yeah, this is the dress and then the jean jacket over it. I was gonna do no jean jacket, but Mama was like, no. So, yes, madam. I know some people think it's pointless for me to straighten my hair since it looks straight beforehand, but you'll see the difference. My hair is not as straight as it looks. Also, we're almost at 1.1K. Literally freaking insane. For the fact that, like, not even 2 weeks ago, I had 59, I think. I was like, I got 59 for months. Ooh, I need to redo my nails because my hair just got stuck under my nail. Good morning. Or I guess it is afternoon now. Afternoon. Getting ready for church. Okay, my hair's actually, it does not want to straighten right there. But it's all good. Oh, and I know some people watch lives, but I know some people don't. Do y'all prefer me do lives or just not as much? But, oh, back on my story about work. So the little boy looked like he was 5. And so he had gotten halfway to the shallow end. And apparently he was struggling, so the person on shallow jumped in to save him. Second I heard that triple whistle, I stood up and I said, oh shit. I said, you gotta be joking. Right? And the dude that jumped in to save him had just gotten a fresh tattoo right here. So he technically wasn't supposed to be getting in the water with his tattoo. But it was either he didn't get in the water with the tattoo or him get in trouble because our boss was watching us. Like, I didn't know our boss was actually standing there watching the entire thing happen, but apparently he was. And it was a little nerve-wracking after. And then not even 2 minutes later, so one of the head lifeguards takes that dude's spot on stand after they all the managers and head lifeguards run over whenever they hear the triple whistle and everything. So then one of the head lifeguards takes that dude's spot on stand as they go and fill out paperwork and talk to the parents and all that. And then and so then I'm on stand and 2 little kids come up to me. They're in the water and I'm at rock wall. And they come up to me and they said, Miss, these fell off. And I look and part of the wall broke. Like one of the rocks on the wall split off completely. Sometimes it's fine if it breaks off. But the spot that it was at, we couldn't get the bolts out where it broke off. And so the rock split in half and just fell off. And the kids caught it. So I call a manager over, and one of the head lifeguards comes over and he was like, what's happening now over here? So I tell him, and he goes, okay, don't let any kids on the wall. I'm gonna go get, and then he said our boss's name. So he goes and gets him, and so I'm trying not to let any kids on the wall. People are getting mad at me for telling them they have to get off. Whatever, used to that part. And then my boss comes over, looks at it, asks me where it broke off at. I show him and he's like, okay, don't let anybody on this right now. Got it. I mean, the bolts were sticking straight out. And he was like, because if anybody falls and if they land on that, then that's a whole nother ordeal that we had to deal with. So I said, yes, sir. So then he calls somebody about it. And so the spot it broke at, they'd have to take down the entire wall to fix it. Because the bolts go into the pool wall. And they had just fixed the wall Monday, I think, or Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, on Tuesday. They had just fixed the wall, and so it was like, well, crap. And so then my boss goes, I want y'all to see if y'all can push the bolts to make them flat. So we did. We got them to go flat. He's like, okay, you can let kids on the wall, just don't let them on that section of it. Yes, sir. I did. People got mad at us when we told them they couldn't go on that part. It was... Oh, and then some weird dude that I don't know who he was. Kept making me mad. So I was still on Rockwall. He comes over. I have no clue who this dude is. Comes over, says, slap me right here and call me good boy. I said, no. She's like, do it. So he walks away. He comes by 5 minutes later and asks again. I said, dude, no. And so then his friends start laughing and he walks away. And he doesn't try again. But I was just like, dude, I don't even know you. Why would I do that? But oh, and then we had, when I was about to go over to kiddie pool, like 10, 15, 20 minutes later, the person I was going to go get off stand double whistles for a manager to the kiddie pool. And I'm like, what the frick? Like, what is happening? Double whistles, so I'm already walking over there to get him off stand anyways. And a manager walks over there and says, what happened? Or what now? And he goes, I can see poop floating in the pool. And so now we're like, great, so now we're gonna get everybody out of the kiddie pool. Which made quite a few people mad. And it's like, bruh. It made the people that weren't little kids and that didn't have little kids mad. Like, not even the parents or the little babies. I mean, one little baby cried, but. And I was just like, bruh. And so then one of the head lifeguards made the person I was getting off the stand that found the poop go in and get it with using one of the skimmers and one of the nets. Then the head lifeguard had the bucket and they were trying to dump it into the bucket. And the lifeguard drops it back on the pool on accident. So then he has to get back into the pool, and so then they're trying to get back in the bucket. And the head lifeguard is trying to like help hold part of the net of it so that they can like shake the turd off of it into the bucket. And I'm not gonna say my co-workers' names, but I was like, don't touch that shit with your hand. He started laughing. I was being for real. I mean, I was joking too, but. And then they had to add chemicals into it, and so then nobody could go into the kiddie pool for a minimum of 30 minutes. But the people that got mad at us most were just grown people that had no kids that were just going into the kiddie pool. And I was just like, dude, what? It was crazy. But I was just like, what the heck? Oh, and then 4th of July was something else. So I worked on 4th of July. I thought we were just going to catch teens drinking at the pool. No, we actually didn't catch anybody drinking. Oh, yesterday we also had some grown man apparently was being really creepy. So one of the head lifeguards was just saying, oh, he was just being creepy and watching little kids. He came to the pool by himself, was just watching little kids. I was like, huh, that's weird. One of the other managers tells me, oh no, he was recording little girls' asses as they were going around the pool. And I was like, now that is creepy. And like, people were going up and complaining about it. And my boss was just like, okay. Like, and that dude never was kicked out of the pool for doing it. And it's like, what? But if it would have been a girl recording guys and stuff, she would have gotten kicked out. But that boss is not a big female person, which pisses me off. But you do you, boo. So. But 4th of July, there's a few parts of it. I liked 4th of July, working it more than I thought, even though I did not get time and a half pay for it. I just got normal pay. But I went dressed up. I say that. I went in my uniform, then me and my friends put tattoos on each other. And then got paint done on our legs. And then I had a 4th of July hat on. I can show y'all. 4th of July hat on. And a little girl came up to me when I was doing kitty and complimented my hat. She was like, I really like the hat you're wearing. It was this hat. And it lights up. But, so honestly, it is a cute hat. I'm gonna fall. Right? And so she comes up to me she says, I really like your hat. And I said, thank you, sweetheart. Right? And so then she goes right back over to her mom, and her mom goes, I'm proud of you for going and telling her. So then I'm smiling because I can hear the mom. Because they're not even like a few feet away from me. And so I start smiling because of it, and the little girl's just staring at me. And then I'm on break, and then I go to my next stand, and her and the dad come up to me to show me all these ladybugs he has on his hand. He had like 7 ladybugs on his hand. And I was like, oh, that's a lot of ladybugs. Right? And then it was getting close to closing time. And we were waiting for everybody to leave. And so then the mom and dad are trying to help the little girl find me because she's looking for me. And so then they find me, and the little girl runs over. And she goes, hi. I go, hi, sweetheart. And so then she hugs my legs and she says, bye. I said, bye, hon. Still had no clue who this little girl was. But she was absolutely adorable. And her family, some of them had matching bathing suits, and it was actually really cute. But yeah, no, I had no clue who these kids were, or who that kid was, or who the dad was, but I thought it was pretty cool. Made my day. But I think I was gonna go with the perfume I have in my car, but I'm kind of feeling vanilla coconut today. Because my outfit's getting a tiny bit of each vibes, but it's not at the same time. But and then throw on my cardigan, or my jacket. I was gonna wear a cardigan, that's why I said that, but I liked this jacket more than I was gonna wear one of my button-up shirts with it, and my mom said, no, that's too much brown. Bro, my dress is like a purple brown. Like, it's not even brown. And I mean, the shirt was brown. She said, no, that's too much brown. I'm like, bro, what? It's not even your outfit, but okay. I was asking if you just liked it or not. Like, what? But, yeah, this is the complete outfit for church. I kind of like it, kind of don't. I don't know. But, ooh, and I might go to the mall tomorrow with one of my coworkers. Excuse me, because me and her don't hang out outside of work. And I was like, we should go hang out. And she was like, really? I said, yeah, you want to go to the mall? She was like, yes. She has to ask. I still have to ask. But me and her are probably going to go to the mall all day. Okay, I actually kind of like. But I was about to say I'm gonna listen to music in my car and I can stay on live, but I can't. I feel like I might get some copyright violation. People get that all the time. What up? Okay. What else was I getting? Lipstick so I could touch that up at church. Where's my work bag? My keys, my charger, my headphones. I don't think I need anything else. Oh my gosh, I broke my sunglasses on 4th of July. I'm like actually gonna cry that I broke them. Because they were sitting because I had them sitting like this in my swimsuit because it was easier to like walk around with it like that. And I pull it out, and next thing I know, it just like snaps. Like I didn't even feel it snap. I think it melted. If I'm being for real. But it just broke. Like, it just like, which sucks because honestly, these would have looked really good with this outfit. But none of my other sunglasses go with this. Actually, the pair that I lost would have. But none of them go with it. That's okay. Let's see. I don't think anybody responded to that dude who was asking for a ride. But he also didn't say where it was at. He was getting a ride from to go to church. But I got 10 minutes, so I gotta leave. So we're gonna do a little Bible study. Okay. We're gonna open up to, I kind of want to go Bible. Off we go. I don't know. Let's. Ooh, I would prefer to do one that I have notes on so that my brain doesn't sound blank right now, because it can think, but not enough to remember what some of these things are talking about. Oh, what about Psalms 130? I already passed it. Psalms. Chapter 130. I think it was a little short. Yeah, it's only 7 verses. Okay, so Psalms chapter 130. Out of the depths have I cried unto thee, O Lord. Lord, hear my voice. Let thine ears be attentive to the voice of my supplications. If thou, Lord, shoulderest mark iniquities, O Lord, who shall stand? But there is forgiveness with thee, that thou mayest be feared. I wait for the Lord, my soul doth wait, and in his word do I hope. My soul waiteth for the Lord more than they that watch for the morning. I say more than they that watch for the morning. Let Israel hope in the Lord, for with the Lord there is mercy, and with him is plenteous redemption, and he shall redeem Israel from all his iniquities. Okay, so what I had written down from that was redemption and forgiveness. But that's when I studied that in February. But I kind of got a little more from it. Excuse me, when I read it today. So, what I kind of got from it, so from verse 5, I wait for the Lord, my soul doth wait, and in his words do I hope. So what I got from that part, from that verse, was you have to wait on the Lord, right? You gotta have faith and hope in the Lord and his timing, but you can't just say you do, but your heart and soul don't follow through with what you're thinking. So you have to let your soul, let your heart, let your whole being have faith in God, have faith in the Lord, and wait for his words, trying to understand his words and see what it does for your life, and have hope that the words that he is saying is meant for you, you know? And then from verse 1, out of the depths I have cried unto unto thee, O Lord. What I got from that is your conversations with God, your prayers with God do not have to be just a straight, normal conversation. You can, your tears are unspoken words. You can cry unto God. You can cry in your prayers, and just each single tear is a way of communicating with God. So you can cry unto God, and He listens. And you have to believe that God is going to actually be there for you. You can't just be like, oh, but I knocked on the door and He just didn't open. You gotta, and what I mean by knocked on the door and all that, it's a symbolism that I've learned one time in church, where God is waiting on the other side for you, and He's waiting for you to open the door. You are the only side that has a doorknob. His side doesn't have a doorknob, so He can't open the door for you. But you have to believe that He's going to be there and open the door to let Him into your life. So you can't just be like, but I was at the door. Why couldn't He open it? He knew about the door. Why can't He open it? You gotta open the door yourself. He can't open the door and do things for you if you don't allow Him to. Right? And then verse 7. Let Israel hope in the Lord, for with the Lord there is mercy, and with Him is plenteous redemption. See, there's a footnote for redemption. Let's see, verse 7. Oh, that goes to another scripture. We aren't going to go to that right now. But there is mercy in the Lord. He's not just gonna be like, no. You can't. He's not gonna be like, you did this, I can't forgive you for it. He is a merciful God. He's going to forgive you. There's forgiveness in Him, but you have to want to be forgiven. You have to try your hardest to change. You can't just like say, I'm not going to do it again, and then the next day go do it again. You gotta say you're not going to do it again, and you have to try each day to work towards not doing it again. Okay, we can go with one more little chapter. I think I'm going to go with 26. Okay, and this one is only 6 verses, so I'm just going to read the whole chapter. So Psalms 126. When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. Then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue with singing. Then said they among the heathen, the Lord hath done great things for them. The Lord hath done great things for us, whereof we are glad. Turn again our captivity, O Lord, as the streams in the south. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy. He that goeth forth and reapeth, beareth precious seeds, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves with him. Okay, I love that chapter. There's so much in those 6 verses. So, let's see. Let's go off of what I have written down from when I studied this the last time. Great things and joy. Okay, so what I got from it today is God's doings in your life bring everlasting joy. So things of the world bring temporary joy. They bring, oh, I'm happy about it now, but it's not a for real happy. It's not for real joy that's gonna last. It's that temporary happiness. So what this chapter is talking about is when the Lord does good things in your life, when the Lord brings so many blessings into your life, there is great joy that comes from it. There is everlasting joy that comes from the things of God. And then verse 5, they that sow in tears shall reap in joy. Okay. Those that go through some of the hardest times deserve to be in so much joy in their happiest times through God's work. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but what I get from that verse was some of the people that fight some of the toughest battles are going to have some of the biggest joys in their life. And, I love that verse. And then 6, those that goeth forth and reapeth, bringing precious seeds, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves with them. That one is literally so beautiful. And there's a lot to come out of it, just that one verse. But I'll talk about it just a little bit. So if you go forth, and even in your hardest times, you still try, and you still try your hardest to be the best you can. Not perfect. Nobody is perfect, except for Christ and God. But you try your absolute hardest to be Christ-like in your hardest times. Like, you don't give up in your hardest times. You follow Christ, you follow God, and you try your hardest to get through it all with him. You will have some of that best joy. You will be rejoicing with God at one point. You will literally have such a happy ending after that. And I'm not saying, oh, you do that, you're going straight to heaven. That's not mine to decide. That's not me to say. But if you follow Christ through some of your hardest times, there will be such a great time for you to rejoice. There will be such a great time for you to, I was about to try and find a different word, but rejoice is the best way to describe it. I love that chapter. I love Psalms. Psalms is awesome. So is Proverbs. Actually, the whole freaking Bible is awesome. That's the Bible study for today because I kind of got to head to church. But y'all can head with me. I'll take y'all with me. I'm not going to stay on live at church. But I'll take y'all with me. I do got to grab something. So 1 second. I'm going to leave y'all right here while I go grab it though. It's church time. Let me finish this last little bit of my Bible. Time to head to church. Okay. Turn off the lights in the house. Because I'm the only one at home right now. My family already left. They go to a different little time than I do. Because I go with a different group. They go to the family group. Yeah, so my family goes to the family group, and I go to what they call the young single adults. So it's high school graduates. Most of the time it's 18 to 31, I think. But it's unmarried high school graduates. Or just 18 and up. I think the oldest one we have there everything works this morning. And if y'all comment something and I don't respond while I'm driving, I apologize. I will try to, but I can't do a Yui right there. Thanks, car, for parking there. Makes so much more sense. Instead of just doing one right there in the middle of the road. But what up, y'all? We're driving to church. Driving to church. Oh my gosh, one of my neighbors was setting off fireworks in front of our house yesterday. Like, they weren't even, it's like one of our neighbors that's a few houses down. And they were setting them off right in front of the house. Like, didn't ask, nothing, they were just setting them off in front of our house. At like 11 o'clock at night. And it was like, bro, what are you on? Like, if you're gonna set fireworks off in front of somebody's house, I feel like you should ask first instead of just setting them off in front of the house. Because at first it low-key kind of sounded like gunshots in front of our house. And we were like, oh shoot. It's already 90 degrees and it's only 12 o'clock. Holy cow. That's actually crazy. I wish I had my sunglasses. Oh, good job stopping, truck. Good thing I slowed down. I hate the drivers in this town. They don't know how to drive. And yes, my grandparents go to the young single because, so we have what's called a branch presidency. And so my grandpa was in the branch presidency for a little bit. And so my grandparents just kind of stayed with the youngins. None of us mind. We do have a ton of salespeople down for the summer. They're pretty cool people. Right, Car? You just scared the crap out of me. Can y'all learn to drive? That's my question. Can y'all learn? But, oh, I'll still make it early. I'm only like 5-10 minutes out. And it doesn't start for another almost 20 minutes. But, oh, I wonder if my friend's coming. I say that like I'm not friends with like half the people there. This group of people that I go to church with, we all become friends extremely fast. And they're all really cool people. But I mean, we have this new girl that just moved in to the branch. And she normally sits with me and my grandparents because she doesn't know anybody else yet. Or she does, she just doesn't, she's not friends with them. And I was the first person I think she met when she got into the branch. When she came with her mom, I think it was. So I hung out with her and her mom the first Sunday she came. But she's pretty cool. She's a wrestler. She's going to college on a wrestling scholarship, which I thought was freaking amazing. Like, dang. Car behind me, you better start slowing down. I freaking hate when they don't slow down. The drivers here, if they see you slowing down to turn, they could care less. They're still going to be going 40. Actually, half of the people go minimum 5 over. Like me. The speed limit's 30 right now, and I'm going 35. Actually, I'm going 36. But, and the road I was just on, the speed limit was 40. I was going 45. But if you don't go at least one over the speed limit, people will hit you. But now we're passing by the high school, one of the high schools, the baseball field. Okay, I should not be going 40 to 30. Especially because there's always a cop up here. But, oh, I hit that brake a little hard. Chuck, are you going to turn? You don't got to turn that slow. Come on, you got there a little before me. I'm going to be nice. But, I think one was there. I still made it with some time to spare. Not as early as I normally am, but I'm still early. I normally get here early, sit in my car, sometimes do a video or two, but if I don't come early, then I don't. Then it screws my day up. Why is there so many cars? That's more than normal. Does the Spanish group have more people today? I think the Spanish group's got more people today. Good for them. Yes, my parking spot's open. I say my parking spot. We don't have assigned parking spots, but I park in the same spot every Sunday, and then every Tuesday when I come to a church meeting, I'm at the same spot. Actually, it's more of a Bible study I come to. But I go to the same spot every day. Where the heck did the line go? Am I on the line? Yes, I am. Really did not think I was. Okay, I cannot use that line to park. There's like no lines. These need to be repainted. There's like a tiny little divot to see where the line is, and that is it. Well, that's just this spot I parked in. But now we made it to church. Like, there's the church building. But we made it, and I'm sweating. It is hot. 90 degrees. But I don't even know what Sunday today is. I don't know if it's Sunday school or if it's Relief Society. I think it's Relief Society. Yeah, it's Relief Society. We had Sunday school last week. We don't normally have humidity in my town, but we had a storm the end of last week, I think it was, maybe. A pretty bad storm. And so now the humidity has just been insane. But, you know, I'm actually surprised I have tan lines from work. Like, I mean, I don't have a giant circle on my back, which looks stupid, but also, look what my dad got me. It says, love you, drive safe. Technically, it's supposed to say, I love you, and then there's a comma, drive safe, and that's supposed to be a heart, but it kind of did not want to stick on right at first, so wasn't gonna bite it. But I hope I don't get. I hope YouTube doesn't get mad at me, but I'm gonna play music. Which John Michael Montgomery CD do we want to listen to? Oh, it's my grandpa. What do we want to do? What else we got? Brooks and Dawn, Dune. I don't want that one. I think I have a few George Strait ones too. We got 2 George Strait ones. Oh, there's the Missionaries. Wait, so did that dude not leave? I thought he left. So what missionary did he bring with him on Tuesday? These people confuse me. Travis Tritt. Moving on. Tim McCraw. Choked on a minute. Chris Coggle. And then I just threw those CDs in my backseat. We think I can go John Michael Montgomery. I was supposed to bring hot dogs. I forgot it was first Sunday. So we have what's called break the fast after. And I was supposed to bring hot dogs. That shows how much my brain works after working. We're gonna go this one, the Kicking It Up album. I can't believe I threw my CDs in the back. Is he gonna let me? I mean, I guess I'm gonna disconnect my phone from Bluetooth. Okay.
Disconnected.
I know it's disconnected. CD. Play my CD. We're gonna keep it quiet so that I hope YouTube does not get mad at me. Because I don't want YouTube getting mad at me for playing music. I don't want this song though. I just realized I was supposed to bring hot dogs. Maybe somebody else grabbed some. But as of last Sunday when I was signing up, I was the only one that put down for hot dogs. I might be screwed. Be my baby tonight. I love this song. And I need to touch up my lip gloss. This is the one I'm wearing. The one I bought at Target. I probably should go in. I probably should. Well, I was about to say that was a short live, but that kind of was an hour long. But happy Sunday. Love y'all.